You know, we understandably have been talking a lot about Conor Benn's outside the ring issues, but one of the issues that, or questions to say about Conor Benn, was his ability to take power inside the ring. His recent opponents have been quality. Chris Van Heerden, Chris Algieri, Adrian Granados, but they have not been power punchers per se. Orozco does not have a great resume, but he has a lot of knockouts on, so we're going to see if he tests the chin of Conor Benn in this fight.
They're testing one another's left hooks on the inside there. One thing we have seen from Conor Benn in the past is a willingness to just blitz his opponents if he gets that opportunity.
Big right hand right there. That's a money punch for Conor Benn. But yeah, he doesn't just blitz them, Corey. He has an intelligent pressure. He has upper body movement. Looks for the foot positioning. He's always in position to throw the big punches, the thunder behind that right hand.
Well, Ben did say, as he lands a nice right hand to the body, that he's not just going to performatively try and get some rounds in to knock the rust off. If he gets the opening, he's going to be the old Conor Benn and go for that knockout.
Yeah, and he's going to go for it with that right hand. He's setting it up, a looping right hands with that heavy right hand to the body already. And there it is right there. See, nice and straight. When normally we see Ben, pushing the action, looking for the shots, stalking his opponent. Right here, he's on the back foot.
Right hand connects there from Orozco. Ben rides with it a little bit. Comes right back with his own right hand.
I like to see Conor Benn start stabbing the taller Orozco to the gut. Get him to fold in half. Nice right hand by Orozco.
Orozco starting to push Ben back a little bit.
And that's the thing about long layoffs, man. The cobwebs, you need to shake them off round by round. And you're not accustomed to getting hit. You need to get accustomed to getting hit. Orozco has a big punch.
Hard right hand there from Ben.
You can tell that Orozco's not bothered by the power of Conor Benn right now.
Orozco applying an immense amount of pressure, reckless pressure perhaps. As Ben forced to deal with it here in the corner.
He's getting that advice from his corner. Every time Orozco comes with an eye shot of his corner, they're waving him in, telling him to put the pressure on Conor Benn.
I mean, that's Mexican style. You can expect Rodolfo Orozco to get hit with some shots, but he's going to keep digging away. Yeah, Ben's going to have to start using other tools in his toolbox. That right hand that's been so successful in his last couple of fights.
Look at that right hand from Ben, and that staggered Orozco back.
Not only that, but it was a left body shot that also got the attention of Orozco.
Orozco in trouble along the ropes right now. Ben measuring him, lands a nice uppercut.
Love that uppercut by Conor Benn. That's going to set up the looping overhand right. The money shot of Conor Benn.
The right hands from Conor Benn just cannot miss.
Conor Benn should go back to stabbing the body with the jab. That's going to open up the looping shots on the taller opponent. There it is right there.
Those right hands up top will further open up that cut that we suspect might have been caused by a clash of heads, but it's being worsened by the power shots of Conor Benn.
I like the patience that Ben is showing right here. He knows that Orozco's not going to go away. I mean, this is a man in 38 fights who's never been stopped. You may be able to hurt him a little bit, wobble him, but you gotta chop him up slowly, little by little, round by round.
I think you got to do it in the midsection too. I mean, Orozco has a great chin. He's proved that over the course of his career. Conor Benn wants to keep that momentum away from him. Dig to that body.
Round 5 begins. A big uppercut there from Ben. Pops the head back of Rodolfo Orozco.
Yeah, pops the head back of Orozco, but Orozco landed a left hook to the body. So, I mean, this is Mexican style. You're going to get hit 2 times just to land that one. But if that one is properly invested, it does more damage.
Well, there's a right hand from Rodolfo Orozco as well. Important to point out that Tony Sims is in the corner of Conor Benn here tonight. He's left Jordan Thompson in Essex during the final days of his preparation for his upcoming contest for the Ring Magazine Cruiserweight title against Jai Opetaia. So all the resources behind Conor Benn here tonight, and perhaps important, Sergio, if perhaps he's experiencing a little bit of frustration and a little bit of duress here.
Even when those shots are blocked, they're still going to have an effect. And normally when a fighter can take a big shot upstairs, it's downstairs that you're going to have success with.
It's a nice overhand right from Orozco a moment ago. Chris, something you pointed out earlier in the fight was weight, and I think it's worth mentioning that Ben has really only ever fought as high as about fractions above 147, and tonight he's in with a monstrous 154-pounder.
He's in with a big 154, but You see Conor Benn landing more big shots. You know, Rodolfo Orozco has been a welterweight, junior middleweight as well, so it's not like he's this middleweight coming down to fight Conor Benn at this weight. He's just a big guy in this weight class. Well, that's one of my takeaways from Conor Benn. It's like,
oh, big left hook from Benn. Sorry, Chris.
No, Conor Benn wants to fight guys between 147 and 160, but you know, whether it's Chris Eubank, Gennady Golovkin, any of the top guys in and around that weight class, this might be a lesson to Conor Benn that maybe conquering welterweight first might be the best path.
Rodolfo Orozco with one of the most extraordinary growth spurts in boxing history. He started his career, mind you, at the age of 16 as 108 pounds, but then grew both in weight and in height and is now a 6'1", 154 pound.
Corey, I didn't bring that up during my last point there because I didn't believe it. When I saw that on BoxRec, I didn't believe this guy started his career at 108 pounds.
I still don't believe it. Ooh, good body shot by both fighters.
And was looking for that uppercut again. Orozco forces him back, lands another chopping right hand. Hard left hook to the body from Benn.
No lo blow, no lo blow.
Orozco reminds me of another fighter from Sinaloa, and that's Jesus Soto Caras. You know, fighter that would take 2 punches to land one. Keeps his high guard, coming forward, always looking for uppercuts for a tall fighter. Loves fighting on the inside. Orozco, I don't know if he has noticed, has been purposely using his head in this round.
Well, we just saw a clash of heads right now. We'll see if it had any effect on Conor Benn, who rips a left hook as he pivots off the ropes.
Yeah, those are dirty tactics sometimes that are applied, and if the referee's not going to warn you, he's going to continue doing it, especially after being cut himself.
Let him go. Push him.
And you could see Conor Benn, who was breathing, you know, heavy in that corner, on the back foot, holding on a little bit more.
Hard right hand from Benn, and another one, and a left hook. And how does Rodolfo Orozco continue to take these?
That's a big shot, man. I mean, I mentioned Antonio Margarito earlier, and, you know, that man took a vicious punch.
Go back. You okay?
Orozco's taking some big shots right here and keeps coming forward.
You just saw a little bit of a smirk from Conor Benn there. I think he's even surprised that Orozco's standing up to all this.
Go back.
Orozco showing an outrageous chin here tonight.
And Ben should already be accustomed to the fact that, you know, Orozco's not going to go anywhere. So just don't make mistakes. Smother his attack like he's doing right there. Get on the back foot, use your jab, and get out of these last round and a half.
All right, Chris, let's take a look at your scorecard.
Hey.
Yeah, I've got 79-73, 7 rounds to 1 in favor of Conor Benn. Orozco has made this a really entertaining fight, and his ability to take punches has been terrific, but clear rounds being won by Conor Benn at this point.
That left hand hurt Orozco to the body. Finally showed signs of being hurt right there.
Yeah, Orozco bending at the waist a little bit here on the inside as he takes another body shot.
The Mexican's hurt, and I don't know if Conor Benn knows it, but he's hurt to the body, and now it's the overhand right that will land now. Conor Benn should go for that money punch, that overhand right that he always lands.
Orozco showing signs
You touch them up.
of the possibility that he can wilt, that something can hurt him. Clearly showing signs.
There it is right there. There's that overhand right. It just missed.
Well, that one sent Orozco stumbling back, and now Benn on the attack here with about 30 seconds remaining in round 9.
I don't know if that right hand missed, Sergio. The way Orozco reacted to it, he turned his back to Conor Benn and looked like he was out.
I didn't say it missed. I just said it wouldn't land cleanly. It was a glance punch, and his back was towards us. But we've seen the sweat fly.
Let him go.
Another good body shot there by Benn. Orozco actually slipped away from it, but
Go back.
still landed.
You know, I'm sure Conor Benn is banging with bigger guys, bigger fighters in the gym, but a fight like this, maybe you learn something from it. Maybe you figure that, hey, maybe I'm not ready to fight at 154 or 160. Because if you're having trouble getting a guy like Orozco out of there, no disrespect to him, but how much trouble are you going to have against some of the more elite in the junior middleweight and middleweight division?
No, but you also got to, you know, take in mind the inactivity. You know, the inactivity also.
I get true, Sergio, but he's always going to be a smaller junior middleweight and a very small middleweight.
Well, I guess the question, guys, is this just an exceptionally durable opponent that he's in there against?
Yes, absolutely. You can expect that from a lot of Mexican fighters, young Mexican fighters. I mean, Orozco's 24 years old, but he already has 38 fights. Never stopped.
At the same time, though, other better opponents going to have more firepower than Orozco. They're not going to stand there and take the kind of punishment he's taking.
Closing moments of what was an entertaining co-feature, an incredible display of punch resistance from that man, Rodolfo Orozco.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action here in Orlando, we go to the judges' score totals, and they read as follows. David DeYoung and Frederick Flutie both scored this bout 99-91. Alexander Levin scores the bout 96-94. All three for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Conor the Destroyer